Hi folks, Uncle Bumble here. As last week I promised to go over what this is, why I wear it, what awesome treasures are hidden inside. And in case you're wondering what's up with the hat, Uncle Bumble, well, this way you guys can see past the horrible glares. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so let's get started with the what and why. I watch a lot of gear reviews on YouTube. I figure we'll let them spend their money, or the company that sent them the product to test. And then, I can go from there on whether or not I want to buy it. The one in particular was a review on a Hill People Gear kit bag. I looked up the price. They're $125 currently. And that's a little more than what I wanted to spend on something that I didn't know whether or not I was going to like it. What I had seen was a nice way to have things that you frequently use right there in front of you, so you don't have to keep taking your pack on, putting your pack back, taking your pack off, putting it back on to get the stuff. So I thought, well, maybe I can do it a little cheaper. So what I did is I went on the interwebs and I found this Condor Gear chest drag that I paid $27 for. And this Condor Gear TNT pouch is kind of like as I've seen on their website, like a toiletry pouch, but it's got a lot of nice, I'll show you on the inside here in a minute, but it's got a lot of nice straps to store some stuff away. And then this was just an M4 double mag pouch that I had on another piece of kit. Got it for Christmas. I have no idea what the price would be to buy something like that. This one's actually kind of cheaply made, but it does the job for what I'm doing. But total, I've got $50 into this rig, and I figured if I didn't like it, I can always do something else with it. So let's start on the outside, and we'll work our way to the inside stuff. On the outside, I just have a pair of mechanics gloves with kind of a liner, thin driving glove shoved inside. Works really nice for low temperatures, and then you can go to warmer temps, like I said before, layers. Just being held on by a carabiner. In this pouch, I've got a North American Rescue cat tourniquet. There's all kinds of tourniquets out there on the market. This just happened to be the one I wanted to try first. It's hopefully something that I'll never use, but if I need it, I got it. It's mounted on the front of the pouch in a manner that I can get to it from both sides or with both hands, because you never know what hand, if you get hurt, you never know what way it's coming from. And I also use this rig for when I go to the range, so that's kind of the thought behind that. That just lives on here, and you never know, hiking or out shooting around on the range, when you might need something like that. But like I said, hopefully never. And then back here, I'll stand it up so we can get a better look at it. There's several pockets or pouches built into the chest drag. Now these ones are out here. You could put M4 mags in, or you could shove a radio in. There's one here, and there's the same over here. I took the bungee off of this one over here because it's just in the way, but let's start with this one. Over here, shoved down inside. If I can just get it to coax it to come out. That'll come out pretty easy, huh? Is a Silva Engineer's compass. There it is, a good quality compass. That way I don't have a map with it, but at least I know I can get a standard direction. And this is going to be eventually replaced and turned into a set of pacing beads. I know it needs pacing beads, yada yada yada, but that'll happen. Just need to get the beads and I'll make them myself. That just lives down in there, and it also works as a handy dandy way to pull it out, and if you drop your compass, it's easier to see. I've got neon green on a lot of my stuff just to kind of help find it when dropped on the forest floor. And it's kind of the same deal over here, a bit easier to pull this knife out, and then again, it's helped find it. Here I've just got a inexpensive knife that I bought on clearance at Tractor Supply Company actually, but it's got a really nice thick spine. It's got some choils here for your thumb, nice curve. Nice grind on it. It's very sharp, and a rubberized handle, which does a really nice job. But when it gets wet, it gets a little stickier. So I think I paid maybe $7 for it. So I figured I'd give it a whirl. Does a nice job of striking a fire steel. Holds an edge pretty well so far. And then I just made up a cheap little sheath to drop this in here and not cut the hell out of the nylon. I'm left-handed, so just about every knife that I get, I pretty much have to throw the sheath away because, you know, Merle's made for people that are in their wrong mind. But anyways, in here is just a map from the last time we went hiking up on Pictured Rocks. Kind of give you an idea where you're at. But normally what goes in here, you can kind of see a little bit by the way it's been formed from being in there. So I dropped my cell phone in there, and it's really nice. It's nice and deep. The phone just barely comes to the top, so I've never had a problem with it falling out when bending over. And when you're hiking, you got to take pics to post on social media so everybody knows you're out doing cool stuff, right? So got to be able to get to the phone quick and easy. But yeah, that's what lives in there. And then I'm going to put like a handkerchief or something else in there. But you know, it's just a nice little slot pouch, Velcro across the top to hold it closed. And then in the back here is another pouch that is mesh, but it's kind of like a foam mesh there too. But I'm a fat guy, and in the summertime I tend to run hot. So whatever you put in there, it's going to get wet, even if it's not raining. But so that's the rig itself. And then it's just, I guess I should show you, it's just got an X harness on the back, and then one that goes across behind, you know, and it's really easy to adjust. It's got these nice keepers that you just wrap around so you don't have your tag ends flopping in the breeze and just being all generally annoying. I've covered the gloves before. This is kind of convenient, you know, if you take your gloves off, you don't have to worry about shoving them in your pack or in the pocket. You just hang them there in front of you and you're good to go. Alright, so that's pretty much the front. That's pretty much the outside. Let's get on to the inside where all the real goodies live. Alright, so let's get into this pouch. Got some hook and loop on the front so you can hang extra morale patches or put extra morale patches on there, because sometimes you got to let people know just how you feel or don't feel about things. I normally just rock the American flag there though, because America. You got some MOLLE here. I don't know if I would hang anything off the MOLLE because this pouch opens down. I think the pouch, this would be a hindrance. But you could shove some pens in there or whatever you think you need to shove in behind. You shove a chem light in there if that's what you want to do. But the option's always yours there. That's the nice thing about MOLLE. We get into the pouch. Pouch, like I said, opens down. There is this draw cord here that you can use to adjust how far the pouch opens when you unzip it. Get in focus. There we go. When it just falls open, you know, you can adjust how far it goes. You just squeeze that and it goes all the way open, kind of like a little table to work on. But, you know, that's kind of a nice feature. The main thing that I usually keep in this pouch, or the reason I got the pouch, lives back here. Most of you guys can figure out what it is. I don't want to say it because, you know, YouTube. But I had to do some modifications to get that in there. There was no Velcro back here, so I had some backers off of the morale patches that I just glued in here with fabric glue, and then stuck this universal holster from Condor. I think it was like $6.95, or it was under $7. I think it was $7 or under $10 for definite. But so that just goes back there. You can slide some extra pews down in through here, and then you've got a way, you know, to fight off jungle cats or squirrels. But wife said it was a jungle cat, so we'll go with jungle cat. The other things I have in here, I've got my old everyday carry in here. The clip broke off of. I can't stand having things fall down in my pockets and turn sideways. So, and don't like having things on my pockets with clips. That's why the knife's in here too, because when you're out walking in the woods, especially if you're out blazing your own trail in the woods, you get hung up on the brush and stuff, and the branches can catch that clip and push it up out of your pocket, and then you don't have your knife or your flashlight anymore. So that's why they've been moved in here. You know, it's nice backup. I like this knife a lot because I'm left-handed, and so this clip on the knife can be moved at any one of the 4 positions there, so you can carry it tip up or down, left or right-handed. And so I have, you know, I can just pull it out of my pocket and open it, unlike most other knives where I have to kind of flip it around to get a hold of it so I can get it open. So that's why I really like this knife. It's a Ontario Knife Company. think it's the Rat, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. I paid like 30-some bucks for it. I really like it. That just sits down in there in one of these straps. Lots of straps to stick all kinds of stuff in this pack. You could do whatever you want with this pack pretty much. But I've got some quite expensive hand sanitizer here. Some people would say it was free, but yearly insurance premium doesn't come free, and that's what I had to pay to get this. So, but you could always refill this with bug spray later or more hand sanitizer because it's got a threaded pump on it, and I really like that feature of that. So I'm going to keep that around because most of your bug sprays, it just clips on. So once it's empty, you can't really refill it. And then here, it's an old Altoids tin, and this is part of my layers. Layers isn't just clothing. This is a old Altoids tin. It's got cotton balls in Vaseline, and then there's 3 of the Trick birthday candles. The ones which when you blow them out, they relight themselves. They're really hard. I guess you can kind of see the wick there, but they relight themselves. That way, if you get those going, you can use the heat from that candle to get some marginable tinder and fuel sources going if it's raining or whatnot or out in the woods. And then over here, I got some Band-Aids in case I got a little boo-boo. Got 2 different sizes, and these ones are, I guess you can kind of make it out. These ones are Paw Patrol, because my wife thinks I'm special, and she dug them out just so I could put them in here. Then in here, zipper here, I've got a whistle attached to it. Your voice can only last for so long, especially if you're screaming. So in a whistle, the sound of a whistle travels further than the human voice too. So I got this whistle on there in case I get into trouble. I can blow on this whistle and get some help and not have to strain my voice so hard. And then in this pocket is where all the goodies are. I got me Cliff Bar. That's where you keep your snacks. That's where I keep my snacks anyways. You can shove all kinds of stuff in here, right? Some gummy bears, candy bar, just shove my snacks in there, and that way they don't flop out when you unzip this to get something. And then it was cold that day, so there's definitely no sense in being uncivilized, So, and then you can use these as for several other things, fire starters, help you with number 2s. But like I said, you could put all kinds of stuff in here. If you got yourself some lock sacks or some heavy-duty Ziploc bags, you can fold them up, throw them in here, and then get some water purification tabs, put those in there as well, and that gives you a means to carry and purify water. Put yourself a space blanket in there, or back in this other pouch that was on the rig itself. There's all kinds of stuff you could add to this whole rig as an overall to make it a standalone survival rig. So let's say you had to, for some reason, ditch your pack so you could move faster. You've got some essentials still here on you. But that pretty much completes everything that I carry on here. I mean, I was out there. I was a half mile away from my parents' house. I didn't need a whole lot of stuff. As you see, most of my snacks came back with me, except for the gummy bears. Those got added today. Those probably won't last long either. But, like I said, with the MOLLE, you can change this out to however you want. You can get rid of these gloves and just throw another pack on there, a pouch on there, like that little pouch. You can get rid of this pouch, put a bigger pouch on there. Sky's the limit. You can make this your own, but it was really inexpensive, and I really like it. I really like especially having a place to put my phone that I know is secure. It's not in my pocket. I have turned sideways in my pocket. I have a hard time when something's in my pocket and turned sideways. I cannot stand it. So it gives me a place to put my phone. I've never had, like I said, it fall out when I bent over. It's easily accessible. I can put some snacks in here, get them while we're still hiking and not have to stop. I really enjoy this chest rig, and I'm glad I built it. All right, so that was the video on my chest rig and the goodies that were hidden inside. Next week I'll go over what I was carrying in this pack. So hope you all enjoyed and have a good day.